Just to introduce myself, my name is Savon Gibson, and I'm the owner of Gibson Financial Planning. I've been in the financial industry for about 13, 14 years now. I actually went to Xavier to receive to do my coursework to become a certified financial planner. Anybody in the financial field, looking to get in the financial field? No, thinking about it. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Let me ask you this. How many people got the bag? Get in the bag, got money, wealthy, rich. Everybody's broke? That's normally how college like. She said, you ain't broke, right? You got the bag. Look, not really. How many business owners we got here? Nobody's a bit. Side hustles, who got side hustles? All right, we got some business owners. Those side hustles are businesses. Believe it or not, you're bringing income, right? Right, okay. All right, so some of the things we're going to cover today, we're going to talk about money, managing your money during the pandemic, because believe it or not, we kind of like still in the pandemic. We're going to talk about building credit, and we're going to talk about some business ideas, side hustles, because it's always good to get an extra income on the side when you're in college, right? Right? Okay. I mean, if you guys don't want to talk about money, we don't have to, right? Who don't want to talk about money? All right, that's what I thought. Sounds good. So, some of the things we're going to do today, I need you to talk with me. Ask some questions. You got questions, just jump in and ask, raise your hand. Hey, Mr. Gibson, what about this? What about that? We're going to make it fun. We're going to try and make it live. I know it's the end of the day, so work with me. Let's discuss. Let's get into it. Feel free. And from there, get to go home. You know? So once again, about me, I help people build generational wealth through investing, 401ks, stocks, life insurance, budgeting, savings, and things of that nature, right? Been in the industry since 2010. The last 8 years, been also working at the IRS. So if anybody owes taxes, I'm gonna see you after class, okay? Just joking, just joking. So just to start off, what money lessons did you learn during the pandemic? Anybody? If you don't answer, I'm gonna call on you. Yes, ma'am.
Just start budgeting and at least putting some money in your savings.
Okay, all right. Start budgeting, putting some money in savings. Anybody else learn anything during the pandemic? What you learned?
Since there wasn't school, it gave me opportunities to actually just keep working and gain more money.
Now, as you was working and gaining more money, did you save any?
I was trying to, yeah.
Okay. How many people had an emergency savings when the pandemic hit? Did you blow through it during the pandemic? Did you go through your savings during the pandemic?
No.
Nope. All right. How many people had a job when the pandemic hit and lost it? Right. So something that the pandemic should have taught you is nothing is guaranteed. Being financially disciplined to save for that rainy day. I know you guys been hearing that your whole life, right? Guess what? That rainy day came. The rainy day is still here, and it could come again tomorrow. So during the pandemic, like you said, some people did have savings. Some people were able to work during the pandemic. Some people's parents got laid off during the pandemic. My wife owns a hair salon, and she had to close down during the pandemic. And the thing is, she had just opened up her hair salon in January. And in March, the state of Ohio made her close. Right? So remind you, two-parent household, 2 incomes. She just started this business. We had already put a few $1,000s into it, painting, getting electric done, redoing the bathroom, installing piping for plumbing and sinks and stuff like this. So we had already figured we was going to be in the red for 3 to 6 months, meaning we was going to be in a negative for 3 to 6 months before we started earning income. And in the 3rd month, they shut us down. So that added on to whatever hole we thought we were climbing out of and kept us there, right? So something I want you to think about, the pandemic offered us, well, it didn't offer, it gave us life without luxuries, right? Wasn't able to go hang out no more. Wasn't able to go hang at Starbucks, go to the show, right? Wasn't able to go to the mall and go shopping. You wasn't even able to go to a hair salon and get your hair done, to get your knotless braids, get your twists in, right? Wasn't able to do that. So something I want you to think about as we move on the back end of the pandemic and possibly out of it is how you are disciplined with your finances. Try living on half of your income. Remember, because the pandemic already removed all of those luxuries that we once thought we had, but that lets you know you didn't need them, right? But how many people during the pandemic bought more stuff on Amazon? Because you still had that credit card, right? So as a society, that goes back to convenience. We bought more on Amazon because we were stuck in the house, still had money, and we still want to spend it, right? Even though we couldn't go out, we couldn't go to our normal luxuries, we still found a way to spend money sitting in the house with no outdate. You know? So, once again, just want to say we want to try to stick to living below our means. So what that means is, if you earn $10, save $2. How many people still are currently working? Are you invested in your 401k at your job? Do they offer it? They don't offer it, or how many people don't know if your job offers a 401k? Did you have a question? Okay. All right, so little homework for you guys to do is find out if your job has a 401k, if they offer any type of investment avenues to where you can start building generational wealth. Because the time to start building is right now. You start where you are. You know, most jobs, they offer a match, 100% match up to $1, up to 2, 3, 4, 5%. So let's say you're making $25,000 a year, they'll match you up to 5% of that, right? So if you're putting into your 401k, whatever you put in, they're gonna match it all the way up to 5%. And who's the youngest person here? We got 17-year-old, 18, 18, right? So just imagine at 18, you're starting saving right now for when you get your grandparents' age, right? Just imagine being your grandparents' age with $1.3 million. Would that be okay? Would you be all right? But that's possible by investing in your 401k. And I could show you some math on that, but we'll be here all day. Maybe I'll come back for that at another time. Anybody got any questions on money management? Let's start pulling on your strings. Okay, let's go on to credit building. Anybody got a credit card? All right, we got a lot of credit card people in here. Let me ask you a question. So we got a lot of people in here with credit cards. Anybody don't have a credit card or trying to build their credit? Anybody know some ways, want to say some ways that you can build your credit? Yes, ma'am.
Loans?
You said phones?
No, loans.
Loans. You can build your credit through loans, that's true, as long as you're paying them on time.
Yeah, just making sure you get all your bills paid on time, right?
Right, yeah. Anybody else? So for those of you that do have credit cards, did you get them through your parents, or you got them when they can't come to college now and give out credit cards like they do when I was younger, but did you get them through your parent or through your banking institution? Or you just signed up for them yourself? You had your hand up?
Technically, I got it through both, cause like I got it through the credit union, but like my mom also has a card in my account, so technically both.
Okay, all right. Well, for those of you that don't have a card that would like to build credit, what you can do is, does everyone have a bank account? All right, so for instance, I know that the school banks with US Bank. So what you can do is go to your financial institution, which is your bank, and then ask them for a secure card. Anybody know what a secure card is? So a secure card is when you put your money up front for the credit card. So it's, you save $200, $300 and go to the bank and say, hey, I want to know if I can get a secure credit card to establish my credit and start building credit. So you put your money up front for the credit card, and then you start building on that balance that you put forward. You start building your credit off of that. So with the secure card, and some of the things you can do to build your credit is pay a bill that you already pay. Does everybody already pay a bill? One bill. What bill you pay?
My Spotify.
Spotify.
Phone bill.
Phone bill.
HBO.
HBO.
Rent.
Rent? All right. Big man, I pay rent. Anybody else? So, what I normally tell people is how you build your credit. You get if you don't have a credit card, you get a secure card, and then you pay a bill that you're already paying. Because the goal is to be financially disciplined. You're not going to get a credit card and go to Kenwood Mall and be in Nordstrom's all weekend. That's not the goal. You get a credit card, pay a bill that you're already paying, like your cell phone bill, right? That's something you already paid. So you build your credit by paying your cell phone bill with your credit card, and then you're going to let the credit card bill generate to say, hey, this person swiped their credit card, they owe cell phone bill $90, so you generate a bill for $90, and then when your bill generates, you're going to pay $89 because you're already paying your cell phone bill. So you're going to pay your credit card bill, $89, right? And you're going to leave $1 on there. That's going to help build your credit faster. Because the credit card system's algorithm, it registers you paying down to $1 more than you paying your total bill off. So instead of paying your total bill off and getting 2 or 3 points on your credit score, if you pay it down to $1, it'll give you 13 points. In the human mind, it doesn't make sense, but in the credit card algorithm, it's perfect sense. I don't dispute it or anything like that because I've seen it work. So once again, going back to credit cards, the longer you have an established relationship with your creditor, with the credit card, the better it is. You're showing consistency, you're showing usage, and you always want to keep your usage of your credit card under 20% because they monitor how much you use your credit card as well. And if you overuse your credit card, that's a bad mark against your credit report. But if you keep it under 20%, that shows you're being responsible and disciplined with your credit card, and it helps build your credit score. Everybody get that? So, what I want to do, I want to tell you a horror story. Anybody got any credit horror stories? Everybody's been great with credit, huh? So, when I was coming up, back when I was 19, so turned 17, was getting a bunch of credit card offers. I was the smart guy. No, I don't need a credit card. I don't want one. I never grew up knowing about finances, never grew up knowing about credit. Money wasn't talked about in my house. I come from the low income area, down on the west side of Cincinnati, off of Beacon. But we never talked about money in my house, right? So 17, now I don't need a credit card. 18, they still sending, hey, get a credit card, get a credit. 19, they sent me one, just lost my job. I said, you know what, let me go ahead and get this credit card. 2 things was wrong with that. I lost my job and I accepted a credit card where they loan you money at a high interest rate, right? So, Visa gave me a credit card, $500 limit. Me not knowing how credit or credit card works, I go to the mall, Northgate Mall. It was still there back then. Went there the whole weekend, swipe like a ninja. I was swiping my credit card like a ninja, carving it up. Spent the whole $500 over the weekend. Me not knowing about credit, I figured, hey, I know I gotta pay the bill. I pay the minimum amount. Next month, they'll load another $500 on there. That's how I thought credit worked. Does anybody think that's how credit works? That's great. That's great you don't. So what I did was, because I spent the whole amount, paying the minimum, before you know it, 6-7 months later, that $500 balance was up to $1,200, was up to $1,700 because of interest. And I'm paying that $25. Sometimes not even paying, because I'm like, I ain't got the credit card no more. I can't spend it, so why keep paying them? You know? So something I want to let you guys know, and you can write down, the better your credit history is, the better you can negotiate your interest rates. So if you have a low credit score, you're going to have a higher interest rate. But if you show discipline using your credit card, keeping it under 20% utilization, and consistently paying on your bill, your credit score will go up. And then after 6 months or a year, you call your credit card company and say, hey, can I get an increase? You gave me $1,000, I'm calling to see if I can get an increase. Worst thing they can do is what? Say no. They say, yeah, give you an increase. Then you say, then you're gonna, before you call, you're gonna check to see what your interest rate was when you first started and see where your interest rate is now. Then you're gonna ask them to lower your interest rate. Because your interest rate might be 18, 26%. So what that means is when you're using your 20% of your credit card monthly, there's an 18% interest on that amount you use, right? And that's why you want to let the bill generate and then pay it off, because once the bill generates, it reports to the credit bureaus. And also, write this down. If you go to annualcreditreport.com, you can check your credit report once a year for free. Annualcreditreport.com. You can check your credit score once a year for free. Something else as well, ExperianBoost.com. That's EXPERIAN Boost.com. There you can report your Spotify payments. You can report your rent. You can report your Netflix bill, your HBO bill. Because most creditors, when you go to the credit bureau, you won't see your rent on there. You won't see your HBO Max bill or Spotify. But you can put those on your Experience Boost account, and now you're reporting consistent history and discipline of something you're already paying. You know, and just speaking about you, you said rent was one of your bills. So my brother, he had a house built 3 years ago. He pays his mortgage, which is like $2,500, with his credit card, because it shows usage of using a card. And his goal is he's going to get a higher limit on his card because he wants to buy rental property, and he plans on doing it with his credit card. And once again, my brother is 47 years old. So he's been in the credit game for over almost 30 years, right? So his situation is a little different. But what I'm trying to show you is when you consistently use your credit card on something that you're already paying, we're not adding additional expenses. Remember, we're college students. Nobody said they was wealthy or rich, so hey, we're trying to keep it at a minimum, right? We're going to pay a bill that we're already paying. We're not adding any new bills. We're going to pay something we're already paying, build our credit up. Something else, and I didn't mention this to the other students, Another way to build your credit is to get a retail card. They're more likely to give you a credit card as well, a place like Macy's. Now, if you don't shop at Macy's, don't go get a Macy's credit card. Okay, that's not somewhere you shop. If you shop at Walmart, get a Walmart credit card. You know, and still buy the things you're already buying. Don't go buy the store up now that you have a credit card. You know, all we're doing is replacing the type of system we use to make the payment to build our credit. Does that make sense to everybody? All right, cool. Is this good information, or I'm just up here like, Yes.
How many credit cards would you recommend for students?
How many credit cards would I recommend for students? That's a broad question. And once again, it goes back to discipline. 1, 2, maybe. Because diversifying your credit helps as well. You know, you might be looking to get a car loan one day. Showing you have a relationship with good credit will help you get that car loan. Once again, if you have a credit card through your banking institution, so that shows you have dual relationships. You have a bank account there that you have history with, and you have a credit card there that you have history with. So you got, and in that situation, it's just one credit card, right? That would still help you get a car loan, probably from that same bank. But I would definitely say 1 credit card as a student, 2 at the max. There's really no need to have 3 credit cards if you're a student. Anybody got 3 credit cards? All right, okay. That answer your question?
Yeah.
All right.
It's also good to know that you don't have to get a credit card.
Yeah.
You don't. You'll be just fine. You can wait until you get your first job and
Yeah.
then get a credit card then.
And that's another, if you don't have a job, don't get a credit card. There's no need. If your parents are assisting you with college, assisting you through it, and they like, hey, don't get a job, you don't need a card, ask them if you can get on their credit card. Because that will still help build your credit. And they're gonna monitor to make sure you're not overspending or doing nothing out of whack, you know? And you gonna know not to do nothing out of whack because they're gonna be on you. But once again, you can still ask to get on your parents' credit card and still pay your Spotify bill with it, pay your HBO bill with it, and it's still helping your name build credit. So that's an alternative way to look at it as well, is, hey, let me see about getting on my parents' line of credit. Your parents are already established, so their track record is set, and them vouching for you assist in building your credit. Anybody got questions on the credit? All right, something else about the credit card, right? Credit cards come with rewards. So as a financial planner, I see everything in numbers. I'm always looking to save, right? So for instance, my anniversary is around the same time as Christmas. My anniversary in November, Christmas is in December, right? So this past year, I have a Capital One card. So with Capital One, when you use it in certain places, you get rewards. You get cash back for using it at Macy's, at Shell gas station, Starbucks, Dick's, things like that. You get rewards, cash back. So anniversary coming up, my wife wanted some jewelry. Fellas, take notes. They like jewelry. Got her a bracelet, $300-something bracelet. I got it for $120 because Macy was running a sale. I get it 10% off using my credit card, and I get cash back rewards. So here I am. I called Macy's at the right time. I always shop during sale time. That's just how I do, because it's the smart way to shop. So got the bracelet on sale, $300-something bracelet, $350 or something like that. Caught it on the sale, used my credit card, got some cash at 10% off, then got a cash back reward on the back end for using my credit card. $100-something. Wife never knew. She just knew that was that $300-something bracelet she saw at Macy's, and now it's on her wrist. You know? So look into the rewards that your credit card offers as well. Did you have a question?
No.
Okay. Look into the rewards that your credit card offers. Like I said, Shell gas station. People drive? Anybody driving? 9 times out of 10, you use the same gas station, right? Find out if your credit card offers a reward for using BP gas. And then you're gonna switch to BP because you're gonna use your credit card because you're already getting gas. So use your credit card, fill up your tank, get your cash back off your credit card rewards, let the bill generate, then pay the bill down to $1. All right. And once again, credit cards are just, it's all about relationships, right? So it's all about having a long-term relationship with the financial institution. Same thing you do with your bank. You've been with that same bank for however many years. So that shows that you have a reputation with that bank, you have a relationship with that bank. They're more favorable to give you a line of credit because of your history with them. Same thing with credit cards. You can increase your credit limit by consistently paying on your balance and being disciplined with your usage. 6 months to a year, hey, can I get an increase? Is this information helpful to everybody? All right, let's talk about some business ideas, side hustles. Seen a few people say they had side hustles, right? What's your side hustle?
It's kind of like selling music, basically.
Selling music.
Services.
Okay, cool thing. Who else said they had a side hustle? Now nobody wants to talk. Come on now, somebody. Nobody's tutoring. Nobody's selling study guides. You babysit. Okay, cool. That's a side hustle, right? As far as business ideas, something I want you guys to think about is convenience pays. Right? Yes.
I just had a question before we shift to like business ideas.
Yes.
So all through high school, when we would talk about credit, they would bring up a FICO score and how it's an I love debt score. Would you like interpret it as that? Or
It's
how?
a what look that score?
They would say it's an I love debt score. Like,
Yeah.
is that how you would?
Credit is debt. It's
Well,
a
yeah.
loan. Huh?
Oh, it's just.
Yeah.
I've heard that too. I remember I heard that, Dave Ramsey talked about that.
Mm.
Yeah, I guess the way you look at it is that it tells your history of handling debt. So if you have a bad history, it says your debt is not a good debt, and you have a good history. So if you handle the debt that you did have well, so you can handle taking on more debt for a house or for like a car. That's how I understand it, but you might not have been.
Yeah, that's it. It's your relationship with debt. Credit is a loan. This country is built on loans. This country is built on debt, on credit. You know, that's unfortunately the way of the American. And that's neither political, left, right, blue, green, purple, you know, Bengals, the Rams, that's none of that. It's a country. You know, we're in a capitalist country, so I say capitalize on that. You know, but it goes back to being disciplined. You know, you can leverage that debt. And for instance, that's what my brother is doing. He's leveraging the debt because he's paying his mortgage to get up to $100 and something thousand in credit limit to purchase another property, to pay that debt off and then turn it to cash and purchase more property. So it's a long, credit is a long game. It's not a short-term thing, it's a long-term thing. Like I said, relationship. You know, anybody been in a long-term relationship? Okay, probably not, Jay, not old enough really, but it's okay. I'm joking. But convenience pay, is it okay? Did that answer your
Oh,
question? Yeah. Everybody good on credit, money management? All right, let's spend about 5 or 10 on this and then we can get some questions and conversation. Convenience pays. We had this place called Blockbuster where you rent VCR tapes. They are this rectangle box thing, and we put them in this bigger rectangle box thing called a VCR. I'm joking with you. Everybody knows what VCR tapes are, right? All right. I'm sure you guys are old enough to have some. I'm joking. But we had to go to Blockbuster, rent movies to watch them, right? Even we had to go to the movie theaters to watch movies. Nowadays, convenience pays. Super Bowl, every movie that debuted went straight to a streaming service. There wasn't one movie that debuted on Super Bowl Sunday that said in theaters. It said streaming on Netflix, Prime, Peacock, and everything else, HBO Max. Because of convenience, right? That's another thing America is built on, is convenience. When I was younger, we had these things called telephone booths. Big square block on every corner. Used to go there, put a quarter in, make a call. Now everybody has a cell phone in their pocket, right? Is there anyone in here without a cell phone? Exactly. Now, who in here has the watch as well? Convenient, right? Do you need the watch? No, but it's convenient. Instead of going through your pocket, picking up the phone, you do like this, hello. What do you want? No. All right, I'm gonna call you back, I'm in class. Like Inspector Gadget. You know? That's the convenience pays. So, as we talk about business ideas and side hustles, I learned Monday that you guys get to wash for free here, right? You get to wash your clothes for free. What if somebody provided a laundry service for you? Would you pay me $50 a month to wash your clothes? I'm gonna give you your own personal laundry bag, and then I'm gonna give you a garment bag, which is a mesh bag to put your pretties in, your underclothes, because you don't want me touching your underclothes, right? Every Tuesday, leave it outside of your door. I'm gonna pick it up, wash your clothes, bring them back, fold it. $50 a month. You're thinking about it now, right? Who would do that? You see that? Convenience. You have your own laundry bag. You got your own garment bag. I'm not touching your pretties, washing and folding your shirts and jeans. Now, you saving time, because time is money, and you getting your clothes washed once a week, $12.50, right? So I'm supplying something that's missing, right? I'm supplying a service to all college students. Same thing with the scooters and bikes, right? You could walk down to Starbucks, but how many times you hopped on one of the scooters or bike and zoomed down there and zoomed back? Because you got class, you knew if you hopped on a bike, you can get there faster and back. Convenience, right? So,
When I was a student, a classmate did the campus movers, like the storage for students who were moving, and they made a good business out of it.
yeah. So think about something, and this goes to, only you guys know this, because I'm not on campus. Think about something that's missing on campus, a service you can provide, and sell it. Get you some extra money, turn it into a business. You guys are sophomores or freshmen?
It's a mix of both.
Mix of all. So check this out. It's somebody that's taking a class that you took last semester or last year. Why didn't you create a study guide for it and sell it for $10? Hey, you and Mr. Such and Such, psych class. Here go a study guide, $10. I passed this class with an A. Here go my grade. You wouldn't have bought that class in your freshman year? You wouldn't have bought that study guide? Who would have bought the study guide? Let's see that.
So I think for anatomy, for example, students taking anatomy is one of the hardest classes.
Yeah.
Courses. They do that in medical school. They do have like people that sell their notes.
Yeah.
Not your papers. That's
Yeah, no, you're not selling your work. Study guides and notes. I'm not telling you go sell your work. But when I just asked how many people would have bought it, that was a quick $200 right there. I just made $200 in one day because all y'all take this class and I got a study guide. But I'm even do one different. If the class chip in $150, I'm gonna give y'all one sheet and y'all can copy it. Y'all think y'all can come up with $150? Now I just got everybody involved. Cause some people was like, nah. Most of y'all was like, yeah. But if I say $150 for the whole class, now everybody's gonna turn around, I got $3, I got $2. And now y'all got a study guide. So just think about ways that you can provide a convenience for something that's missing on campus.
It's like outside leaders, they work for the tutoring center, they give you their study guide, their study notes, and they get paid for the tutoring center. They also have disability church, also hires note takers, so if you're interested in being a note taker, you can reach out to them and see if they need any class.
Yeah, it's all about finding alternative income. Any brand ambassadors, influencers, affiliate marketers? Who's working towards it? Okay. You had a question or you was just saying?
Oh, no, I was just.
But perfect example. I'm a brand ambassador, right? One of the things I say is I don't wear what I don't own. So if I wear Nikes, it's because I own Nike. And that's a longer conversation, but I own Nike, I own Apple, because I own stocks in those companies. So I only wear stuff that I own, because I make money, right? That's a brand ambassador. When people go out and buy Jordans, I make money, because I own Nike. I don't wear Jordans, it costs too much. I wear Nike, I'll get a discounted pair of Nikes somewhere, you know, maybe even on Amazon or Foot Locker. I catch the shoes on sale, but I don't wear the most expensive shoes, but I make money off of the company as a whole, right? There's a luxury bag maker called Tote and Carry. I own that product, so I do brand ambassador for it. You know, on social media, I post pictures of my bag and I say, hey, like this, buy a bag, get 50% off. If you buy one, you get 50% off the other one. When they purchase, I get a kickback off of it. You know, what is it that you do? For instance, the PlayStation. When I was growing up, we had Atari, right? On our games, all we could do is run from this end of the screen to that end of the screen. The whole game, the whole board was that would go out. Okay. Just run straight through the screen. Now you guys can jump behind stuff, dive into this, and do all of that. Anybody, any gamers in here? All right. I'm sure you guys could tell me something inside that game that is missing. That you, I wish they could do this. I wish they could do that. My question to you is, why haven't you invented it? You can create apps overnight. YouTube and Google are free universities. Everything is there. All type of knowledge is there. So my question to you is, why haven't you created it? It's easy. It's just about time. You know, that's what we pay for. We pay for time. So the time it takes you to create something and sell it, redistribute it to the campus, think about it. So in this time that we've been talking about side hustles, has anybody thought of something, and I'm not gonna ask you what it is, and I don't want you to give up your goal. Has anybody thought something like, wow, maybe I could do this and start selling it on campus? Anybody? You got something? Put it to it. Did you? But yeah, definitely put it to it. So knowing when to pivot, that's huge, right? So knowing when to pivot means knowing when to switch up. Me, myself, prior to the pandemic, I did all of my workshops and seminars like this in a classroom setting. Normally have 10 and 20 Chromebooks so that we're doing financial literacy classes. We're talking about building investments, setting up investment accounts. So my workshops was 10 and 20 people, had their own I supplied Chromebooks, they got on there and set up accounts, things like that. When the pandemic happened, they had to switch to Zoom. It wasn't no more going into facilities. It wasn't no more getting groups of people together. So I had to find a pivot. right? Same thing with the, like I said, if you provided a washing service, right? When I came Monday, I said, hey, you know what? You guys could provide washing service and charge people this amount. What I did was something else I did, alternative income. My wife coupons. So we sell detergent to our family. We have 8 families that we, inside of our whole family, that we sell detergent, laundry sheets, dryer sheets, and all of this to $25 bundles. Every 2 or 3 weeks, they buy a $25 bundle, and they know what's in there. That's $200 a month at a minimum. Now we make she coupons, so we're not spending $200. The stuff probably costs about $37, but we make $200 off of it, right? So just imagine if you could coupon and then sell products to the college student. Everybody eats snacks. Everybody already watch clothes, right? So if you coupon it, now instead of charging $50 a month, hey, I'm gonna charge you $65 and I'm gonna supply the detergent and everything else, right? Or you can say, hey, I'm gonna sell you the detergent, and you know, now you're selling the detergent and you're still providing that service for them. So it's just all about understanding how to pivot, when to pivot, and where to pivot, and then how to pivot back, you know? We're at 5:50, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that wraps up for the general. Anybody got any questions on anything? Something I missed? Something you would like to talk about? Or? Nobody got nothing? Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm just interested in like stocks and stuff. Do you do some of that?
Yeah.
Do you help people earn for that?
Yeah, I do stocks and stuff. I actually have a stock market game to where you get $100,000 in virtual cash to invest in the stock market at real time. And that way you get the benefits of learning about the stock market without the risk of losing your own money. Would that be something you guys would be interested in doing? Okay.